Hey, it's the Bradcast, and I am at the Motor City Comic Con 2023 Spring Edition, and I am here with Danny Jacobs. Danny, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How you doing? I mean, who wouldn't be great here, right?
You do the fun job. You do the job I want to do. How did you get into voiceover work?
I fell into it. No, I studied acting in college, and I did theater for like 12 years. And then I started auditioning for commercial voiceover work. And then when I moved out to LA to pursue film and television, I kept pursuing voiceover work, and I finally kind of got my foot in the door in animation with King Julian.
Is it as fun to do as it is to listen to?
Probably, it's probably more fun in some cases because the voiceover community is a group of very wonderful people, and they're all very extremely talented and hilarious. So when we do group records, there's nothing more fun than I've ever experienced than doing a group record, especially when I was working on shows like Penguins of Madagascar for Nickelodeon and All Hail King Julian. We would do group records. John DiMaggio, Jeff Bennett, Kevin Michael Richardson, James Patrick Stewart, myself. When you get those guys in a room together, it's just like you're cracking up for 4 hours, and they somehow edit it and make a show out of it. And so it's just amazing.
Do you find during these constant laughing fests that you tire out the muscles in your diaphragm that are making you laugh?
I had sore abs for sure. Some of the best ab workouts I've ever gotten were those sessions. So yeah, I recommend it.
Comic-Cons, what's your favorite thing about coming to a Comic-Con?
Connecting with the fans, because, there's just no other way to really connect. I mean, this is the best way where fans know where you are, you know where they are, and you get to meet them and say hello to them and thank them and vice versa. So that's got to be the best part,
Outside of your work, do you have a favorite animation character that you like to watch for your own pleasure?
I mean, I grew up watching Bugs Bunny. So that was Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and all of the Mel Blanc characters. And then I started getting introduced to all the Dawes Butler characters. I mean, I grew up on this stuff. I just didn't know who those guys were. But I was always trying to imitate those voices. So not only are they the most entertaining to me, they inspired me to this career without me even knowing I was being inspired to do it.
I'm going to ask you one other question. Do you have a preference over regular voiceover for a character or for a video game?
I like them both. It's just kind of, picking better from good. But I do like, if it depends on if I can group record. I've done video games like the Marvel Avengers game was fun to do. I played Hank Pym, and that was a full body mocap. So it's more like theater where you actually get to interact with the other actors. You're wearing cameras and mics. You get to look in their eye and play off of each other. Or in the studio if I'm doing an animated project. As long as I'm group recording, I'm super, super happy. And even if I have to record by myself, I'm still pretty happy because I'm working. But yeah, there's no substitute for being able to have that give and take between actors,
That's the only thing I've always wondered is how tough it is when it's only you and the engineers, is you don't really have that same interaction that you do with the group record.
The engineers are great because the engineers and the writers and the showrunners, they're our audience behind the glass in the studio. So even though it's not like theater where you have an audience and you can hear, it's a little bit like that because you do get a reaction. You just kind of see it out of the corner of your eye. And when I used to see, the writers on Penguins of Madagascar, if I saw them do this or just put their head down and I just see their shoulders shaking, that was like gold for me. It's like I know I'm doing my job. If I can make those people in that room and the engineers, if I can make them crack up, then I'm doing my job, So yeah, it's amazing.
All right. Well, thank you again for chatting with me. I do appreciate it. This has been the Bradcast. We'll see you next time.